Let's make sure everything is working. Hello, everyone. Today I'll be your host for the Intro to Zapier Workshop. And yeah, so Intro to Zapier brought to you by Skill Series in collaboration with Brilliant Catalyst, taking your next taking your company to the next level. So a bit about me before we get straight into this. So about me, my name is Haider Bajwa. I'm a second year computer science student studying at Ontario Tech. As well, I'm also the project lead for Skill Series, which is an Enactus project. So Skill Series' goal is to inspire and educate students in a wide range of topics with focus on life skills accomplished by the use of correct resources and individuals in the past. We have hosted several workshops with the main focus being on, giving back to the community by providing skill learning opportunities that are essential in life, but, not really taught in school. So that has always been Skill Series' goal. And yeah, let's go to the next slide. So first we're gonna highlight the problem being productivity. All right. So the average employee is only productive for 2 hours and 53 minutes per day, which I think is like crazy. Like if you have an 8 hour workday, only being productive for 2 hours and 53 minutes, that's like not even half of the workday, and you're paying your employees for that. And the sad thing is we can't really do much about that. Like we can increase this number by a bit, but this number is there to stay. And there are several things that can affect productivity, such as engagement, good people management practices, workplace environment, appropriate tools, use of technology as an advantage. So we're going to have more emphasis on the technology aspect. So our solution, let's have a look at the suite of apps we use every single day in a business. Okay, so with that being like apps used daily at a business would be like Instagram, Facebook, and LinkedIn. Instagram and Facebook being where you're getting communicating with your clientele, communicating with your audience. And that's where you're going to get a lot of your sales force, where you're going to get a lot of the customers, and your branding, that's where it's going to stand out. And on top of that, we have LinkedIn, where we can get potential hires, and just expand the company, and making sure that it's established. And then after that, we have also the suite of Google apps, being Google Drive, Google Calendar, Gmail, and Sheets. Google Drive you use every single day in the workplace, where you're sending attachments, sending files. Google Calendar, where you're planning out meetings, you're seeing everyone's availability. And then Gmail being you're sending out emails, or you're talking directly to the customers for like inquiries about the product, or customer service. And we also have a Google Sheets, and in Google Sheets we do a lot of like the accounting stuff, data analysis, etc. And then this is just like a rough idea of all the apps to use. Slack being Slack and Microsoft Teams. I know I didn't include Microsoft Teams here, but Slack, you use it every single day for communicating with your colleagues and stuff, and with your company, saying like what's your next task, etc. And MailChimp being for marketing as well. So here you just had like the rough idea of all the apps that are used in a business, and you know like what's something they have all in common. Like there's a lot of small repetitive stuff you do on them. Like for example, Instagram, when you post something, you have to, like if you're part of the media department, you have to go copy that link, send it on to Slack to someone, saying that, hey, look, I did the work you told me to do, stuff like that. So like, and Google Drive, like you're going to Gmail, downloading attachments, and then saving it onto Google Drive, which is tedious because you have to save it on your phone or computer, and the computer might not even be like your own computer, so there's a privacy factor to that. So yeah, just getting your most useful, like more used to like all the daily apps that are used in a business. So yeah, and let's see. Wouldn't it be cool to have all those repetitive tasks automated, like the ones I mentioned? Fear no more. Welcome to the world of automation, brought to you by Zapier. You guys like my pitch there? Okay. So, yeah, what is Zapier, right? So, it's an automation tool developed for the sole purpose of making the boring, repetitive stuff automated. It allows us to take repeating tasks and automate them across different applications. So, yeah, step number one would be sign up for an account, which is pretty obvious, and it's quite easy to do so. They have a lot of integrations with like Google, Facebook, and Microsoft, so you can just sign up with a click over there. And step number 2 would be working on creating your first Zap. Oh yeah, I didn't mention the terminologies here. So you have to first create your own workflow, and you the automated task that you want done, that is called a Zap. And a Zap consists of a trigger and an action. So the trigger being the event that first needs to be set off in order for the automated task, which is the action you want to be fulfilled. Okay, so think of it like A to B. I know I'm making it like math. So yeah, you have a lot of the preset ones you can already use, so it's pretty neat. You can just click on those. And yeah, so let's go continue. I kind of already explained this before, but first you have to connect the app, and this will be this will be the trigger. This app will act like the trigger to the automation we would like to be done. And then the second part would be creating the Zap, which will be the function we would like you to perform. And over there you select another app. And yeah, so let's just have a live demonstration right now. I'm just gonna switch it over to my face. What's up, guys? Yeah, so let's go over to Zapier. And yeah, so here I am on Zapier. Hopefully you guys can see it. So I'm going to be first creating a Zap. That's what you have to do first of all. And for the sake of this workshop, I'll give you guys 3 demonstrations on day-to-day stuff you can get automated. And yeah, so let's see. So first of all, you have to pick an event. So let's pick out what we want automated first of all. It's good to like have like some a map in mind, like knowing what you want, what you want the outcome to be. So first of all, let's think of something. So I just thought of one. Let's do basically, how every day you work in the workforce, you get Gmails, you get emails and they have attachments. I mentioned this before, but like you have to download them, then you have to upload them onto your Google Drive. So like, why not let's just automate that? Okay, so going back to the rule of A to B, the trigger being here would be Gmail. Okay, so I'll click on Gmail and then trigger event. It's really cool here because you can select all sorts of different ones, like new labels. The cool thing about label is like, you can get all your employees to send you the attachments that you want downloaded onto like a certain label. So it'll be like, oh, this label says this, so this must be downloaded, instead of like, downloading your whole Gmail account onto Google Drive, which I think will cost a lot to the company for cloud storage. So yeah, so let's see, we're going to do new attachment in this case. And let's continue. So over here we have to choose an account, and I already have my account linked, but what it would do is you have to connect a new account and it will let you, a new pop-up show up and you log into your Gmail account. So I already have that done. I'm just going to click that and I'm going to click continue. And after that, we have to do is you can change all of this. I'm just going to do like sent, inbox, everything. So if you want your sent emails, like all the attachments automatically saved onto your Google Drive, you can do that as well. But just for simplicity of this workshop, we're just going to do all mails we get in. Okay, so we have to do search string, and over here, let's see, just continue. None of that's important. So yeah, we're going to test a trigger. So what it does is pulls out the last email you received, and just to show that email was this is the correct account and you aren't logged onto the wrong account. So yeah, let's just continue. And now we have to go up to the follow-up action, and how I reminded, so the trigger event being Gmail, what would our follow-up action be? Okay, time's up. So the follow-up action would obviously be Google Drive. So in this case, I click Google Drive and you have to pick an action event. So I'm going to do is upload a file because that's what we want. And then we have to choose an account. Again, just like previously, I already have the account linked, but in case that you don't have an account linked, you would have to basically open a new tab, and over there it'll let you log in. So yeah, let's continue. We have to set up the action. So we're gonna have to choose our Google Drive. So I'm gonna choose my Google Drive. I have to choose a folder. So I already made this folder onto my Google Drive just to save time. So here, Gmail attachments. And then we have to choose a file. So what file we want is obviously we want the attachment. Okay. And then do you want to convert it to a document? No. You can if you wanted to, but we're not going to do it. So what do you want the file that's going to be uploaded onto Gmail? What do you want it to be named? And over here, I'll just do attachments file name. Don't need to change it anything. It's up to you, to be honest. That's the thing I really like about Zapier is it has so much customization that you can do. It's pretty neat. So yeah, let's continue. A folder. So let's see, test and review. So as you can see, it just shows me the last email it got, and it just saved the attachment onto it just for the test. And now I'm gonna head over to my Gmail. I'm just gonna pan over to me for a second. Let's go to my Gmail. Oh, sorry, I meant Drive. What am I doing? Let's go over to my Drive. And yeah, as you can see, here's my Drive. I'm going to go into Gmail attachments. And wow, it just came right up there. And you can also check the time as well. It says 6:10. And currently right now it is 6:11. So it just got here. So as you can see, that one is working. So, I just want you guys to start thinking of all the possibilities you can, end up doing with this. So let's head on to our second one now. Oh yeah, make sure to turn on the Zap afterwards if you guys wanted to continue, or else it would not. So yeah, so same, we're gonna go over to create a Zap. And we're gonna do basically over here, let's think of another event. So let's say start thinking so yeah, I just came up with one right now. So let's take in the idea of, like, how I mentioned before on Instagram, how you post on if you're like part of the marketing team and you post on Instagram, you'd obviously have to let your supervisor know what you posted, or share with the team, because you'll notice sometimes with algorithms, it's like pretty neat. Like the first couple of minutes, whatever engagement it gets, that's how good the post is gonna do your campaign. So yeah, it's important to notify your team saying, hey, we just posted, so go onto our Instagram and like our photo and comment. So let's automate that task right now, because you'd believe me or not, like, if it seems like a really easy task to do, like, why would I need to get that automated? But trust me, it gets really tedious doing this every single day. Like, this isn't something, it's hard to describe if you haven't done it. But yeah, so let's just go over. So the trigger event in this case would be Instagram. And as you can see, it'll be just new media posted in my account. Just continue, and I already have my Instagram linked, so I'm gonna head over with that. Continue. So we're just gonna test a trigger. Over here is just gonna show the last post we had. So the last one, as I can see, I recognize this bio, so it makes sense. This is the right account, so I'm going to continue. And now we're going to have to find the follow-up action. So in this case would be Slack, because we want to inform the team. So let's go over to Slack. You have to choose an account. So as you can see, this is the beauty of Zapier. There's so many things you can do. You can do send channel message, send direct message, set channel topic, like all of this you can do. Like, the possibilities are endless. Okay, so I'm just going to send channel message because I want to inform the whole team that, hey, we just posted on Instagram, like the photo. Just send channel message. We're going to continue. We're going to have to choose the account, and I am already linked, so I'm going to do this one, workshop 2. And yeah, let's go. You have to pick the channel. I made a new one just for this workshop, so we're going to go on to work. and we can enter text. So over here I'll put basically I just posted. I can't type. I just posted on Instagram, check it out. Okay, and after that, what's important is we have to insert our media. So in this case, what I would like is not the caption, because what are they going to do with the caption, right? I would want them to do is head over to Instagram, so that would be the media URL and not permalink. So permalink, I believe that is only going to your account and not to the post. So we're going to go to media URL, and yeah, you can even change it to send as a bot. I'm going to do send as a bot because I don't need to change it, but if you want to act like a human, you can do that as well. You can even go change the bot icon. So we're just gonna just continue because we don't need this. And the cool thing about this is you can even schedule it. So let's say you posted this at like 4 a.m. Obviously you don't want to wake up the whole team at 4 a.m. and then everyone's just gonna hate you. So what you want to do is like set a reminder at like 9:10, just so as soon as they come in at work, they get the notification saying that, hey, just post it, like it. So they start off their day with this, and no one has the excuse of saying, oh, I didn't get the notification or anything, or it was past work hours. So this is pretty cool if you want to be like a decent human being. So you can just schedule it. And yeah, you can even choose a thread, broadcast a channel. None of those apply here, so we're just going to continue. And yeah, so this is just like a demo of showing what's going to pop up there. So yeah, I'm just going to continue and do test and review. Okay, so let's head over to Slack. We're going to see work. Oh, as you can see, the time is 6:16 p.m. as of now, and it just posted it, which is pretty sick. It just does it by itself. So it says, I just posted on Instagram, check it out, and sends you the link. Whole team can go over there, and you don't have to do this stuff yourself. You can focus your brain power on something else, because productivity wise, that's not changing the time that we have, the 2 hours and 53 minutes. So we must utilize it to the best of we can. So yeah, let's head over to Zapier and let's do our final one. And for this one, I just want to give it like as an example of a more complicated one. Like, how do I say it? You're part of the marketing team, so you want to get all, like, I use Eventbrite for this, as you guys have signed up. And Eventbrite collects your email, first name and last name. So what I want to do with this is let's say I wanted to save all the emails and first name and last name, so we can use it as our marketing tactic of emailing the people saying, hey, would you like this product, would you like that? So you see, you can head over to the website and download the CSV file, but the issue with that is sure, it has all the data, but once it's saved on your computer, it doesn't really update. So you're going to be going on the website at the end of the day, every single day, getting all the new signups, which can be really tedious because being humans, we make mistakes. And what happens if you like just send the wrong file in and you're not near a computer? Now you have to run to your computer just so you can get the file and send it over to the next department. So stuff like this is really useful, like using Zapier, because you can just automate it and just not worry about human error. So yeah, let me just head over for a second and check. And yeah, so we're right over here. We're going to have to set up the trigger, and in this case we're going to be using Eventbrite. You can do MailChimp, you can also do Facebook. The cool thing about Facebook is that if you have a marketing campaign set up, if you have the premium Zapier, the good thing they allow you to do is they're partnered up with a third-party company, which basically is from just the email itself, they're able to get like thousands of microdata and microdata stuff, which wouldn't be possible otherwise. So that can really help you make informed decisions as a company, because now you have all the data. You can see, what type of customers am I getting? What are their favorite things they like, and how can I grow my business, or am I hitting the right customer base? So those are just like a couple examples. So we're just going to go for the Eventbrite one, and trigger event would be new attendee registered. Okay. So over here, we're going to choose an account, and I will choose the skill series one, which is already linked. Set up trigger. So we're going to have to choose our organization, and yeah, status would be live because that's what the workshops are right now. We're going to have to choose event, and I will just go with building prototypes using Envision, which I will also be hosting tomorrow, so make sure to check that out. And yeah, let's continue. So we're going to test a trigger first of all. And yeah, I see this information is correct, so I'm going to continue. And now I'm going to set up the follow-up event, which would be the action, and for that I would like it to save it on Google Sheets. And we're going to choose event, and we're going to do is create spreadsheet row. Look, these are all the options you can use. So yeah, let's just do this one. Continue. We're going to choose an account. We're going to choose a drive. I'm going to choose my Google Drive, and spreadsheet. I already made one, so that's the important thing. You have to make one beforehand. So I just made one called the leads. So we're just going to head over to that, and we're going to choose the worksheet. It would be 0. Continue, and notice how it says first name, last name, and email. Well, you see this isn't going to be here for everyone, and this is also an important part because all the data that you want collected, you need it to be stored somewhere, and the computer's a bit dumb, the code, so it wouldn't know unless you have named the columns. So that's why it's really important to name them. So I named the first one first name, second one last name, and then email. And if you go over here, you can see all my columns showed up here. And if you make a new column, so let's see ABC, ABXC, and let's see, we're going to refresh. I think I have to press enter. So let's just refresh, and you can see a new column just showed up. So I'm just going to take that out. And yeah, so let's just refresh. It's gone just like that. So over here, we're going to just do drag and drop. So first name would be the profile first name from Eventbrite, and then the last name would be, let's see, the profile last name. And the email would be obviously the profile email, and we're going to click continue. So yeah, you can see this is a demo sign up I just did because I didn't want to reveal anyone's information. So you can see first name, last name, just before we get the magic trick done. Okay, so we're going to do test and review. Let's see. So we're going to head over here, and as you can see, it filled it out. That's the beauty of this. It just does it automatically. Now think of this. If your boss gave you this task, you don't even have to do this anymore. Or if you're like, you have your own business, you don't have to worry about this anymore because Zapier got this all covered. So yeah, let me just go back to me. And yeah, so my main takeaway from this would be just like, the cool stuff you can use Zapier for. And as a new bit, if you're like an entrepreneur and you have a new startup business, like I understand not everyone has the money for hiring a coder or to get their stuff automated or do cool stuff that Zapier does. And the thing is, even if you have the money, me being in computer science, I have also learned that like apps and stuff every single week they update. So if you paid someone to code you a module like a script just for like Instagram, it might not work next week. Or you have to like basically pay the person again and again for maintenance, or I don't know how much they charge, but it's a lot of money, and startups don't have that type of money. So that's the thing about Zapier. It really like evens out the playing field and allows even the small new upcoming companies have the same gadgets just like the big companies do. So yeah, that would conclude with the workshop. And yeah, that would conclude with the workshop. I would like to personally thank you guys for tuning in. And if you have any more questions, you can contact me at hater.bajwa@ontariotecU.net, Or if you like to connect with me on LinkedIn, I have also included my LinkedIn there as well as a QR code. And yeah, thank you. Thanks to everyone for tuning in.